Hello guys, myself Nilay and I'm going to teach you JSON throughout this series. This series is especially designed for absolute beginners. Let's start with what is JSON. JSON stands for JavaScript Object Notation. As the name suggests, it is an extension from the JavaScript. Primary purpose of JSON is the transfer data. This transfer may be between the different pages, application and the server. Those applications may be built in the different languages or in the environment. JSON is lightweight in compared to the XML, which also provides a similar functionality of the transferring the data. But XML is very verbose, so that's why JSON is widely used in the modern applications. However, JSON is an extension from the JavaScript. It is used in the many programming languages such as PHP, C#, Java, Python, Ruby, and Perl, and many more. JSON data are stored in a file with the extension of .json. MIME type of the JSON is application/JSON, which is used in the web application, which producing the JSON data dynamically. Let's move to uses of the JSON. Web service and API are using the JSON format for producing the data. Many NoSQL databases are based on the JSON, like MongoDB. NoSQL databases store the data in the form of key-value pair, like the JSON. Client-side MVC also using the JSON, such as AngularJS. Many modern programming languages are using the JSON. Let's see the characteristics of the JSON. Because of JSON is text-based, it is easy to understood and write JSON data. JSON is lightweight and used by the many programming languages. Let's see its simple example. In this example, data are shown in the term of key and value pair, which is also known as the property. In this example, name, capital and currency are the key for the data, and India, Delhi and rupee are the value. In this example, all the value are in the form of string. That's why enclosed with the double quote. We will see other different type in the our next session. In this session, we will learn how to create a file that represents the JSON data, and also learn some rules that we must need to follow during creating a JSON data. In JSON, all the data stored in the form of key-value pair, which is usually known as the property. Key and value are separated by the colon. Entire property are separated by the comma. For creating an array in JSON, we need to use the square brackets, and for creating an object, we need to use curly braces. Let's understand this with the our previous example, in which name, capital, and currency are key, and India, Delhi, and rupee are the value. Key and value are separated by the colon. The entire properties are separated by the comma. Because of this is the object, it is enclosed with the curly braces. JSON data can be created in the any text editor such as Notepad, Notepad++, Sublime Text and any other IDE. I am using Sublime Text throughout this series. Let's create our first JSON data, which represent item detail, which have three properties. Let's take item ID, item title and the item description. Opening a Sublime Text and start with creating object by curly braces. The first thing we need to write is the key, which is enclosed with which is a string. That's why enclosed with the double quote. In our case, item ID, 101, comma for separating item title as a key and colon for separation, and my title as a value, comma for separation. Again, item description is key, colon for separation, and a long description as a value. That's it. This is our first JSON data. For the last property, we does not need to write the comma. As said in the previous lesson, save those file with the extension of .json. I am saved with the name of data.json. Okay, we will learn how to retrieve those value by using the JavaScript in the next lesson. Guys, in this lesson we will learn how to retrieve the data from our JSON data that we are created in the previous lesson. For this, I am switch to Sublime Text, create a new file, save it with the extension of .html, demo.html, html5, JSON demo. We need to add the script tag for adding JavaScript code for manipulation. Create a variable JSON data that hold the our JSON data, and copy the previously created data and paste it in the our JavaScript. And I am giving a proper indent. To retrieve the value from the our JSON data, we need to write the variable name that hold the our JSON data and the key name for retrieving. Alert JSON data dot item title and colon. Open it. Open the file in the your favorite browser. We are getting the my title, which is retrieved from the our JSON data. We can use this in anywhere in the JavaScript, in the alert, in the document dot window, and in the other function call or manipulation. We can also concat multiple values with the string. Let's take example. I am commenting this and using document.write in this case. Document.write id JSON data dot item id plus item title colon JSON data dot item title plus item description plus JSON data dot item description, and at the end semicolon. Write in new line so you can easily see it. Okay, now we reload the our page. We got ID 101, item my title, and the item description long description. That's it. In this example, we are using number and the string format only. We can also use the complex format such as Boolean, array, object. We will see those in the later lesson throughout in this series. Hello guys, In this session, we will learn the various data types supported by the JSON. JSON supports the wide range of data type, which include number, string, boolean, array, object, and null. Number is used to store both integer as well as floating point values. String represents the alphanumeric character. Note that the string is enclosed with the double quotes. For adding the some specific character, we need to use the escape sequence. Following are the escape sequence: slash double quote for double quotation, slash single quote for single quotation, double slash for backslash, slash forward slash for forward slash u followed by the 4 digit represent the Unicode digit, slash n for new line, slash t for horizontal tab. Boolean represent either true or false value. Array is a collection of the homogeneous data which is in the form of the sequence. Object is a collection of key and value pairs. Null represent the empty value. Let's understand with the small example. In this example, our string is a normal string. We are not using the any escape sequence. Let's use the slash n, and I am uncommenting this alert and reload it. Now we are get the title in the new line. However, not in this, because it is created in the HTML code. For here, if we want to create a new line here, we need to use the br instead of slash n or slash r. For creating the Unicode text, we need to write u followed by 4 digit. Our Unicode represent the down arrow. Unicode digit include the hexa digit which start from the 1 to f. That we are adding more property in this data. Item availability and the item price. Item availability could be yes or no. Therefore, we are taking the boolean item where colon for separation and its a value here true or false. I am taking false now, and add one new property, item price. Item price, and I am giving null because the item is not available. I can't say its price, and retrieve those data using the JavaScript. Plus item availability plus JSON data dot item availability plus item price colon plus JSON data dot item price, and reload our page. We can see that the item availability is now add with the value of false and the price with the null. We will learn the array and object in the next lesson. In this session, we will learn about the object and array in JSON. Object and array both sound similar, but there is a difference between them. Let's see. Object is an order set of name and value pair, while array is order collection of the value. Object is enclosed in curly braces, while array is enclosed with the square brackets. We are already see how to create an object in the our previous example of the item, which has the 5 different property. Let's create a simple example for the array and retrieve those value from the array. I am switched to Sublime Text, creating a new file which represent the JSON data. First of all, create object and create a property with the name of messages, colon for separation, and a square bracket which specify the array. I am create array of the string, so I am add the various string hello, how are you, good morning, see you later. That's it. In this example, first of all, we are create an object which has one property named messages, which contain the 3 different element in the form of array. Now we are creating a new file in which we are retrieving those data using the JavaScript. Save it with the name of demo2.html, html:5 JSON array script tag where JSON data equal to, and now I am copy the our JSON data and assign to the our variable and give the proper indent. For retrieving the element from the array, we need to write the variable that hold the JSON data dot key of the property and its index that we want to access. For example, document dot to write first item is JSON data dot messages of 0. Not that the index is a start with the 0, and add the colon. Now open it in the browser. We got our result. Hello, how are you? We can get any item within the array. Let's retrieve all of the item. Right. HR. I am adding HR tag for separation and copy paste those. Instead of first, I add second and third and change the index to 1 and 2. And now reload. We got all the element. Hello, how are you, good morning, and see you later. We can create an array of the any type. In this example, we are create an array of string, but we can even create an array of objects too. Let's understood it with the our previous example in which we are creating the item object. Now we are creating the array of this item object. For this I am create a new property with the name of items which hold the array of each item, and colon for separation. Add the square bracket and give the proper indent, close the square bracket and close the curly braces. Now I am copying this item object multiple times and add the comma and changing the value to 02 second title, second description, oops, description already written, third title, third description. And change this false to true, and its value would be, let's take 100. I am adding the horizontal ruler in this document.write. And now copying this. No, first of all I am write the modify this so we can access the item detail. For this we are writing the variable name. We need to add the property name, means key, in the statement for retrieving the data items dot, and we need to pass the index for this and add this into the all of the statement. By using this statement we can get all the detail of the item placed on the 0 index, that is this item. And now we are reload our previous example and undefined. Oops, I am forgot to add in this line as well as this. Okay, we got the 101 my title, long description, availability false, and null. For retrieving other, I am now copy and paste. You may use the loop. I am perform the search and replace operation. Replace the 0 index with the 1 and 0 index with the 2. Save it and reload it. Now we are get the details of the all the item. I am forget to change the index of third item, but its description is here, so I can identify this is third item. For retrieving the element from object with the array, we need to write the variable which hold the JSON data dot key of the property and specify the index dot key of the our property that we want to retrieve. Hello guys, in this session we will learn the various tricks that help us to parse, manipulate and validate the JSON. Let's create a simple example for this which represent only one item detail and retrieve it through the JavaScript. Open the Sublime Text, create a new file, save it on desktop with the name of demo3.html, html:5 JSON tricks, create a script tag, declare a variable that can hold the our JSON data, and assign the our JSON structure. I am using the JSON structure which is used in the previous examples. Item ID 101, item title, my title, and item description, long description. And now I am using the document.write statement for retrieving the item title. Document.write title is JSON data dot item title and semicolon. Save it and open it in the browser. Oops, blank output. This is happen when the error in the our JSON data or the JavaScript. There are two ways to handling the those error. The first is use the console tab in the inspect element. I am using the Firefox, in which I need to press the F12 for it. For the Google Chrome, you also need to press the F12 for opening the inspect element. On the inspect element, to switch to the console tab, and we can immediately see that there is a syntax error on the line number 9, and with the message of the missing colon after the property ID. So we can easily understood that we need to make the changes on the line number 9. So switch back to code, and we can see that I am forget the colon here, so I am add it, save it and reload it. So I am get the perfect output. And the another way to solve this is use the JSON validation tool or website. There are various websites exist. I am using the JSON lint, which give the perfect error details. JSON lint, copy our data with the error and paste it into the browser and click validate. So we can easily see that the error on the line number 3, and it also gives the brief description about the error. Make the changes in the line number 3 and again click on the validate JSON. So we are now get the valid JSON message with the green box. Along with the validating the JSON data, it also make the proper margin for each property. This is an important feature which help to easily understood the our JSON data. This is helpful when we are getting the data in the form of the minified. Now copy this data and paste with on the file, save it and reload it. We will get the same output. If you want to display the our JSON data, so what should you do? Many of you think that the write the alert JSON data in this format. Let's see what it give output. It give the object instead of the our JSON data in the form of the curly braces or square box. What do you want to do when the you want data in the form of curly braces or the square bracket? In this situation, we need to use the stringify method of the JSON object. JSON object is a predefined object in the JavaScript. For this, I am commenting this and write document dot write json dot stringify and pass the variable name that hold the our JSON data, and the second argument specify that the function that must be executed during the operation. Now I am taking null, and third argument specify the length of space. I am using the for space and add the semicolon, refresh it, so we are getting the item details. However, these details in the single line. What if you want to display in the proper structure like the JSON linked, the curly braces, new line and property? In this situation we need to use the pre-tag of the HTML. Now we will get the each property on the new line and with the proper indent. If you are write this code in the alert box, it will give the data in the proper indent without the pre-tag. You can see that the data is in the proper indent without using the pre-tag. Till now we are parsing the JSON data to the variable, but what if the our JSON data is in the form of the string? Means that the our entire data is enclosed with the single quote or the double quote. Let's understand it with the example. Now our entire item object is enclosed with the single quote. What if we are trying to retrieve the our title? Is this work or not? It will return the undefined because we must need to parse the our string format JSON into the JSON such that we can access it using the dot operator. For this there are two ways. The first is use the I am change the variable name to the data and create a new variable JSON data equal to use the parse method of the JSON object, JSON dot parse, and pass the our string JSON format as an argument, and now retrieve it. We will get the output. The another way for retrieving is eval. However, eval is not. However, the eval is not suggested because it can compile and execute any JavaScript statement. That's why we need to avoid it. For finding the error, we can use the console tab in the inspect element, or we can use the any tools and websites such as JSON lint. And JSON.stringify method will convert the our JSON data into the string, and JSON.parse method will convert the our string data into the our JSON. Hello guys, in this lesson we will see the similarity between the JSON and XML as well as difference between both of them. Let's start with the similarity between both of them. JSON and XML both are the human readable format. Both are written in the form of text. Therefore, they can be easily understood by the human. Both are used by the many programming languages, therefore they are the language independent. XML and JSON both are the designed for describing the different kind of hierarchical data structure and facilitate their transportation. Okay, now moving to the difference between both of them. XML is more verbose than the JSON, so it is faster to write the JSON compared to XML. XML does not include the array where JSON includes the array. JSON does not support the comments while XML support the comments. Comment is an important feature of the programming language, but JSON does not support it. JSON does not support the namespaces while XML support the namespaces. JSON use the JSON.parse or eval method for parsing, while XML use the DOM document object model. Let's see those different through the example. In this example, both JSON and XML represent the same data, but there is a difference in terms of the syntax. In XML, each element is enclosed with the starting and ending elements, while in the JSON, we need to use key only. Therefore, XML is very verbose, but JSON is lightweight. Hello guys, in this lesson we will learn about the JSON schema. XML and JSON both support the schema. However, JSON schema is not standardized as the XML. JSON schema is still under development. Current version of it is draft v4. JSON schema is used to define the structure of JSON data for validation and the documentation. Syntax for JSON schema is similar to the JSON. However, there are several predefined properties we need to use, such as type, require, properties, pattern, etc. There are the various tools available for checking the validity of the JSON as per the JSON schema. I am using the JSON schema lint.com for this. Let's open it in browser. I am already open it. Its URL is JSON schema lint.com. You can see that there are two boxes. The first contain the JSON schema and the second contain the our JSON data. Let's create our first simple JSON schema. Start with the curly braces which represent the object. Make the proper format and value. Now our JSON data is valid as per our schema. Let's understand what the schema describes. The first of all, we are creating the object which has the property name, property with the key of $schema, which represent the schema version. This is the optional line. We can also omit it. The second line describes the type with the value of a number, which says that we need the number in the our JSON data. In the normal case, we have write the our JSON data in the form of curly braces, means the in term of object. Let's modify this example so that it represented in the object. First of all, I am omit this line because of optional, and instead of number, I am write object, comma, properties, curly braces on and off. make the proper format and convert over this data as per the in object id. Oops, instead of id od ho gaya id. Now our JSON data is valid as per the schema. Let's understand what the schema describe. The first line specify we require the object in the our JSON data. Second line describe object contain the following properties. The first is the ID with the type of phone number. Here is the ID with the number. If I am change its value to string, we can say that the data.id is of wrong type. However, I can omit this entire property. Still, our data is valid because this property is optional. For creating the compulsory property, we need to use the require key and specify the array of all the keys. First is ID, make the proper format. Immediately we can see that the data.id is required. When I am add again ID with the number, it will work perfectly. In this example, I have only one property. Our object may contain the multiple property. Let's convert this example to with the multiple property. Add the name and home page. In this data, I am add the name as a required field and the type of name obviously name is a type of string. Make the proper format. We can see that the data.name is required, so I am add name in this name with the value of string. Now our document is valid. Along with type, we can also specify the some conditions such as pattern, we can see that the pattern is mismatched. In the pattern key, we can specify the regular expression that must be followed in this value. This regular expression specify that the value must be start with the capital A. However, it is start with the D. If I am write A, then our document become the valid. Now add the home page, which is optional property, and add its type and other details. Home page colon and its type would be XML. Its type would be string, and its format would be URL. So format would be URI, which represent the URL. Make the proper format so you can understand. You can see that the our data is valid. However, there is no property of the home page because it is not required. I am at the home page property with the wrong value. We can say that it's a wrong type because it requires string. Add the string, then we got the different error with the message of must be in URI format. Now I am copy current URL and paste it, so it show the valid document. JSON schema is used for the validation and the documentation. Following are the predefined keys for this: $schema, description, title, type, require, property, minimum, maximum, enum, pattern, format, and many more. Schema is used to specify the JSON schema version. Description and title used for the documentation. Type is used to specify the type of the value that must be exist in the JSON. Require specify the list of required fields. Properties specify the list of the property with its other constraints. Minimum and maximum are used with the number, which is used to specify minimum and maximum value that can hold. Enum is used to specify the enumeration for string. Pattern is also used with the string. It is used to specify the regular expression. Format is used to specify the advanced type. Following are the predefined format: date, time, email, hostname, IPv4, IPv6, and URI. And the types are the string, number, object, array, boolean, and those all type are supported by the JSON.